I will
No.
kick your little ass.
That's how this stream starts.
Well, it is on time for once. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. A little bit of house cleaning. So, life has been kicking my butt lately. And so, behind the scenes discussions have gone on, and we're actually going to be moving this to Saturdays and every other week to give our players a little bit of a break and something to look forward to, as well as to give me time to write. Because I don't work in a very nice or forgiving environment. So, that being said, let us begin tonight with a reminder of what we were doing last week, or
Hold
well,
on.
2 weeks
Does
ago.
this mean we're going to write longer sessions?
No, same amount of session.
2 hour long.
Same amount of session spread out, but with with people being able to plan more and not necessarily have to dedicate every Sunday. Also, it gives me more time to work around my schedule because I literally have to run home now to get here, and writing is damn near impossible when you're at my job. Because people don't know how to turn on their own air conditioning, among other things. So, this gives me more time to prepare, more linear stories, less frenetic pace, and also gives you guys, time off when necessary. I would be willing to do like little mini-sodes between weeks, but nothing I'd have to plan and plot out. So it's just something to make this a little easier on everyone, because I've noticed that other people have been getting sporadic as well with their schedules. So if you know what days are going to happen, you can plan around them. And also, again, every Sunday night might be getting in people's ways. So.
Yeah, my apologies. I can't exactly plan my epilepsy around schedules.
That's not what I meant.
I know.
And I may not be here 2 Saturdays from now, mainly because I might be out of state.
Well, we're actually going to be starting it this Saturday, so that'll be working around it.
Okay, that works.
It's also working around my LARP, which is closing soon. So that's going to be a thing. And as such, I've been crowned Fall Monarch, which means I have to be at every game. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. But I've heard no major issues, and of course, health issues do not count as sporadic. They count as acceptable and not really anything to worry about. So that is why we don't have Rachel or Nephenor today, but we do have our motley crew of adventurers. We have Otter, we have Gary, we have John, and we have Darstar. Darstar, you have been doing your own thing and exploring the area you came in to last week.
Okay.
But these 4 bozos have actually managed to wander away from you. So.
Okay, so I had. Okay.
Do you not remember what was happening?
I was not here last time.
Oh, right. Sorry. Let me refresh everyone's memories. Okay. And yeah, I know you weren't here last time. I was under the impression we'd actually entered this space the time before, but I may be wrong. So, catching everyone up. The entire group wandered into tortured a poor, defenseless super soldier.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And made the ST really rethink how much XP she's putting onto these characters at any given time. But that's beside the point. And then you guys forced marched him to where his helmet told him that it would be. Pushed him through the portal and found your way into the underground research facility for Aztechnology. Or at least that's what's been theorized at this point.
Well, we just walked into a clutch of dragon eggs, or what looks like dragon eggs, so...
You guys wandered around, saw Anota Sarkazian, and her wonderful transformation into a robotic creature. Or at least these three and Nephenor did. You, I have to take back a step, okay? And then the four of them wandered into a dragon's nest. And that's where we left off last week. You get separated from them during the translation from the room of wonders to the underground facility. Okay?
Okay.
And you actually wake up strapped to an examination table.
I already hate you so fucking much right now.
Sorry. To be fair, I'm not trying to do anything like trigger you, but if it's doing it and you feel uncomfortable, go ahead and tell me. We can move on.
No,
But okay. But that is a rule. While I don't believe in trigger warnings, if you guys feel uncomfortable with something I'm doing, holler. I'll figure a way out of it. Anyway.
I feel uncomfortable that you are not doing extreme Guro and dismemberment.
No. F
You
you.
just said you would accommodate!
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay, so moving past that, you're strapped to a table, and floating above you is what appears to be a number of arms with medical equipment on it, and you recognize it as a surgeon's basically toolkit. Let's see. Yeah, you recognize it as a surgeon's toolkit. There's some beeping in the other room, and you can see bright lights and steel. And your neck is free to move your head around, but there is a leather strap that's keeping you from turning your head too far to the left or to the right. Your arms are bound, as are your legs.
Alrighty.
Well, did you take Escape Artist?
Yes, I did. Just for this very bullshit.
Bring it on. Alright, roll Escape Artist. Roll that beautiful Escape Artist. Tell
9.
me how many successes. Huh?
9.
9. Okay. You, at first, it seems pretty strong, but you pull and you tug and you tug and you pull, and so you tug and you pull and you pull and you tug, and one of your arms manages to come free. And so you easily undo the other strap, take off your head, to undo your feet, sit up, and you're a little wobbly, but you manage to get onto your feet. You're in a hospital gown. Your equipment is right across the room from you. The room is round, and you recognize that there's kind of a glass wall that starts about halfway up the wall and goes up to the ceiling. It is completely sterile, and as far as you can tell, completely abandoned.
Okay. Is that the result of a perception check, or?
No, I'm just giving it to you on this one.
Okay.
If you want to do perception to make sure your perception is correct, you may.
Let's go ahead and put clothes on first.
Okay.
You said all of my weapons?
All of your weapons. Everything is within easy reach of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. After putting clothes on, let's go ahead and do another perception check.
Okay. You are going to go ahead and roll a visual or a whatever perception check you have the best in.
Visual. And it's an 8.
It's an 8?
Yes.
Okay. Something's whirring around in the back room. Sounds like maybe some kind of robot. But otherwise, you don't hear anyone or see anyone. You do see its shadow pass by the window every now and again, but it does legitimately just seem like it's, a cleaning robot going about its business. You do notice that there is a faint scent of blood in the air, though.
Okay. Let's pull let's go ahead and do Sakai in here, and let's do let's check for money.
You check for money.
Look for money.
Yes, look for creds.
So what are you doing to look for money?
I'm gonna look through drawers, look through I don't know, anything that looks like it can hold money.
Okay. So there is a safe on the far wall.
Ooh,
Okay.
sexy.
And it is. It is a reinforced titanium safe. It is the highest tech of the highest tech. It has fingerprint scanners and... I'm sorry, Nguyen. We are being reminded it's called Nguyen, not creds. So we should all do it correctly.
I vote that we change the name from Yunuyan to Biscuits.
I recommend changing it from biscuits to mine.
Okay, it's Nguyen, but it's one of those top of the line, probably cost an arm and a leg. And
Am I actually in there when he said my name?
No.
Dan, so I can't help.
You don't get summoned by your own name.
But I'm like Bloody Mary!
No, you aren't.
Fine.
Anyway, it has fingerprint scanners and eyeball scanners and a place that is like gold-plated like cred stick. It is the fanciest thing you have ever seen. It probably cost an arm, a leg, and then the replacement arm and leg at black market prices. So whatever's in there, got to be pretty important.
Are Nugan chips resistant to heat?
Nguyen chips, well, as resistant as their technology is. I mean, Nguyen is essentially money at this point is mostly amorphous. Like, I have this much. You still have script, and script is still used, but everything's basically run off, debt and lack of debt. There's no like gold standard for it. So
Yeah.
Should we steal the safe and use it as a weapon?
I don't know. None of you are there, but you have little angel demon versions of all your teammates sitting on your shoulder right now.
Okay, so here's what you do. If there's anything sticky around there, press it against the fingerprint scanner, and you have a copy of your fingerprint.
It's gonna need an eyeball scanner too.
If you take the safe with you, we can figure out a way to open it
I'm
later.
pretty sure I can't lift this thing. I'm just kind of inclined to just use thermite on the door.
Just take a look to see if it's already open.
Since it's the just since it's the fanciest of the fanciest, if it's that important, they would probably have something toggled to self-destruct if they catch somebody trying to break in forcefully.
So there's no. I can't sense anybody nearby.
Nope. As far as you can sense, no one is nearby.
Okay. I'm gonna use thermographic imaging and see if I can see anybody from like an extended view through walls.
Through walls. Okay. I'm hearing Dark Star fine. Just so
He
you're
just seems
aware of it.
much more quieter than everyone else.
I can hear him just fine.
Okay. He just sounds quieter than everyone else. Like, I
Okay,
can hear him, it's just...
Maybe
Yeah.
it's some filter on your end?
What?
Sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
He's quieter than everyone else, so it's like, yeah, it's... If you can go into the control room, shield, and just bring him
Yeah.
up a little bit.
I got it.
It's just
I'm
hard to
gonna
get
hook
your
him up.
attention without interrupting like I am right now.
That's fine. It's better you interrupt and people hear them than he sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay. Do me a sound test. Will you, Darth?
3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Sounds
1.
still really quiet, like before. Did you turn it all the way up?
Maybe
Yeah, it's
maybe your
cranked.
computer speakers are just really crappy.
Okay, well, whatever.
Okay, well.
I don't know. So everybody else can hear me just fine.
Well, I can hear
You
you
are
fine.
so-
You sound much quieter.
You are softer than before, but than you used to be. But I can still understand you.
Hold on 1 second. All right, how about that?
Sounds a little better.
Hold on, guys. Let
Is
me
that any
hear
better?
his test.
3, 2, 1. Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm going to try something else.
Just try yelling.
Okay, is that any better?
That sounds better.
All right. We are getting a confirmation from the chat room that we can hear just fine. So
Okay.
here we go. Back into the actions. So it has been pointed out. Yeah. Like I said, I have not had time to prepare, and therefore I am still in a very 20th century mindset. So.
All right. So if there is an eyeball scanner around here, check the room to see if there's any corpses that you might have a cred stick to loot from them.
I do want to point out that you guys, that he has been doing a thermographic roll. So what did you get?
Got a 6.
Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, yes, there are some living beings through the wall. They're moving around, and they are, kind of the heat sensor of a normal living human being, non-ghoulified, a normal creature.
Okay.
And they're moving around in another room about, 10 to 15, yards away from you, behind a door.
How many of them?
7 or 8.
Damn, I can't take that many. I don't think. It doesn't... Shit. Where's Rachel when I need her? We're going to have to, move this on because I'm not going to stick here with this fucking safe forever.
Well, you do notice that the safe is tucked into the wall, but you think if you watched how you left out, you could probably get one of the ogres to carry it out with you. Or you could try cracking it. Anyway, it's up to you. So do you stay with the safe, or what are you going to do?
Stay with the safe. Stay with the safe.
While you're considering that, I'm going to move on to the other 3.
Okay.
Perfect. So, the other 3. You guys have just watched a woman be ripped apart by small nanobots and put back together as a sort of living human metal thing. Then you have stumbled into a dragon's nest, or what you assume to be a dragon's nest, and a number of other creatures of various Cthulhu-ific horror. So,
check the cages. I checked the cages.
Well, I mean, you have various mishmashes of creatures, a rabbit with the tusks of a boar, and a cat that has one too many eyes and spines down its back, and is floating roughly 3 feet above the floor of its cage in kind of a fixed spot.
Hey, kitty. I go up to the kitty.
The kitty looks at you with its 3 eyes and meows in a way that sounds roughly like a garbage disposal playing with a fork.
Does it have a cred stick on it that I can visibly see?
It's a cat in a cage.
I fail to see how that's irrelevant to my question. I fail to see how it's relevant.
Let me.
There is no cred stick on your in the cage. No.
I want to
That's
respond
on
to
the cat.
said by saying Gary is a Jew. So what's your point?
All right. So is there anything that looks not so aggressive and dangerous? Most of the animals, besides the kitty.
No, not really. They all look like they're pretty much bred for one reason.
Did they look sad being in cages?
All right.
They all look very sad being in cages.
Right.
The dryad feels that these creatures would be best suited out in the wild.
I release the poor little kitty.
The poor little kitty looks confused and stays at its fixed spot in space, floating 3 feet above the ground, though it does waggle its paws, trying to move, but as it has nothing to push off of, it just kind of floats there.
All right,
Flutter jumps off from my shoulders and starts going to each of the cages and trying to open the cage.
Not all at once.
Well, okay.
He keeps going back and forth because he wants to let him out.
Not all at once. We'll do it slowly.
Does anyone have politics? Or not politics. God damn it.
Wow.
Animal.
Does anyone have... Give me a second.
Negotiator?
No, not negotiation. You're setting all of these creatures free, Otter?
No, Slaughter is trying. It wants us to.
Oh, Slaughter wants you to.
Animal handling is the skill.
Yeah, you're gonna want animal handling. You could probably. That's not what I want. Okay, you guys continue. I'm looking something up.
Okay. Yeah, I got 1 success on animal handling with the kitty.
Okay, so you handle the kitty
Yep.
very gently, and you just kind of move it, and now it's floating 3 feet where you've just put it, above the ground.
I put it on my shoulder.
Okay.
Wouldn't it just hover off of his shoulder?
Yeah, it hovers about 3 feet over your shoulder. And no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to make it descend any more than 3 feet from any given location.
So now I have a hover cat.
Now you have a hover cat.
You have to tie a string to it, so it'd be like a balloon.
Can you step on top of the cat and push it down, or does it always stay 3 feet off the ground no matter what?
It stays 3 feet off the ground no matter what.
Awesome, you've got a hover cat.
Exactly.
So you can stand on it and use it like a surfboard?
Yeah, except it's got spikes in it, which...
So also it's light enough that if I tried to stand on it, or if anybody tried to stand on it, it would flip over, flip right back up, and it would just dump you. So.
We need to totally acquire this cat because it would be so useful for sensors on the floor.
To be fair, the cat cannot actually move itself through space. It just uselessly pumps its legs. So it's not like it's swimming, it just hovers. There's
So
no
what we need to
propulsion
do-
system on the cat.
Now,
You
if
need
the
to
cat
build
is pushed
little-
forward slightly, will it keep moving on its own, or will it stop moving the moment that you pressure stop applied?
I don't know, and you can try that if you'd like.
All right, so
I
I
would like to push the kitty slightly.
gently.
The kitty
Roll for pushing kitty slightly.
the kitty gently drifts to the side, and then by some force of nature, it just kind of stops about a foot away.
Okay.
So, a mix of both.
Okay. I try to I give the kitty a stick to hold on to from my shoulder.
Okay, where do you find the stick? And again, I have been corrected, and I'm very sorry, but unnecessarily, because I am trying to find a skill that applies to this. But you are in a basically a laboratory. Where are you finding a stick?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Tag
Just
erase.
find the-
Survival kit. Survival kit. Ding 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 ding.
You have a survival kit with a stick in it. Why? Why would a you know what? Okay, I'll give it to you.
Just poke it with your gun, dude.
My gun is on my axe. I think having a cat floating above my axe wouldn't help either the cat or the axe.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, now I have a balloon. Now I have a hover kitty that's working like a balloon. Okay.
Okay. So, what does everyone have for knowledge skills? Just asking.
I have combat tactics 12, mafia 5, shadow communities.
I have knowledge skills 2 BP.
Does
Under-
anyone have anything about occults, dragons,
Nope.
anything?
I don't know if I do. Let me look.
I'm looking at yours. You have something about magical theory, which I guess could apply to this, okay?
Okay.
But you also know biology, which also applies to this. So, rolling for you with your 4, and you get 3 successes. So, Otter, in your time as a dryad, you have come to know a little bit about magical creatures and their biology, and dragons don't lay eggs like this. In fact, this is all super made up, like movie set made up. You have no idea what this is, but it's not dragon eggs.
Okay.
They're roughly the size of maybe what a baby dragon would look like if they were, in natural forms, maybe. But no, this stinks of showmanship and not being dragons.
And fake.
Yes.
Somebody's pirating dragons?
Well, somebody's doing something with giant eggs, and they're trying to make them look like fake, like the fake traditional imagery of dragons.
Oh. So they're
I mean,
real
you-
eggs, they're not dragons.
It would be helpful if Darkstar was here so we could use explosives.
It would be. And so, as the kitty is floating like a balloon in front of you, it starts to meow, and it kind of circle orbits itself around on the leash, and then flings itself forward, and it goes forward until it stops on the rope, and it just kind of stares at you.
Okay, I follow where the kitty's leading me.
And the kitten, using the axe as a push-off point, does the same thing and flings itself outwards, and its kitty little paws floating in the air and scrabbling to go forward, and then it stops.
Okay,
And it continues to do this.
all right.
And at some point along the line, it manages to lead you towards a large cage. So where those were like medium dog-sized creatures, these are cages for things that range from humanoid and horse-sized to, elephant-sized. and they all seem to be disturbingly empty.
Well, I think it's really good that we don't look like one of the lab techs here. Okay. I look at the kitty.
Okay. The kitty is looking towards a door that appears to lead into some kind of surgery hall.
Okay, I go through the door with. Yeah.
All right. So you're staring at the 7 or 8 thermographic things when 4 other thermographic figures come into view, and they're, rough humanoid, two trolls, or two troll-sized things, a humanoid-sized thing, and then this little floating, just ball about the size of a cat. What do you do, Darstar?
I'm going to go and focus back on the safe again using using a locksmithing.
Okay. Go for it.
So I already did a pre-roll and it was a 9.
A 9. Okay. So you guess that you could probably do the whole, stick a piece of tape on fingerprint scanner, get fingerprint. The eyeball is a little more tricky. You'd have to figure out how to get your eye to scan into it, because it could add extra people, but you'd have to figure out the code to cause that to happen.
Okay, is there a possibility of hacking the device to see what schematic it uses, so therefore I can use my use one of my cybernetic implants to mimic the iris?
Absolutely. That would be hacking, which is logic plus hacking. So go ahead and roll that for me. Are you going to use any sims, or are you just using your deck? What's going on here?
I guess I'm just using the deck.
Okay. So yeah, there's a slot to plug your deck in.
Okay, it's a 12.
It's a 12. Okay. You get in, and the safe looks like pretty much any other safe interface would look like. Now, as for schematics, those are probably not something readily available. I mean, you have a bunch of folders and files that you can interact with, everything from, enter passcode to, the information about who owns it. But to get farther, you're probably going to have to go into the securities file and figure out a way to kind of slave that. And that would be digital warfare, if I remember correctly.
That's something I don't have.
You don't have digital warfare?
No, I don't think so.
Well, okay then.
Wait, what does it go off of?
Digital warfare?
Yeah, what skill does it go off of?
Give me just a sec. Oh, sorry. Electronic warfare runs off of logic. My apologies.
Okay. I could do. I've still got skills in it, even though it's blacked out.
You've still got skill in it?
Yeah,
I've
skill in it. I've just looked at it, and I'm looking at 7 right now. So hold on.
Jamie, I don't hate you. It's okay if you correct me. Just understand, I get to pick and choose what I use.
Okay, it's 5.
It's 5?
Yeah, I rolled
All right.
5.
So you're working at it, and again, this isn't this is more designed for function than like most of the other big corporate, you know, AR interactions are. So it's just basically you flipping through folders, trying to find the right bit of code, and at some point you come across something that looks promising. It's the iris detection list, and it lists, you know, Mr. A, Mr. L, Mr. X, Mr. You know, V, which are all people whose eyes are accepted, but there are not like the imprints of there aren't imprints of the eyes that you could draw directly out of. You might be able to hack into their files to find the exact pattern that the machine is looking for. So you may roll electronic warfare again, or hacking again.
Okay, let's try hacking.
Okay, hacking is going to take you a different route than electronic warfare, so just be aware. But go for it.
6.
6 successes. All right. So yeah, it's not too difficult, but you get to some point where you realize you've hacked yourself into a corner. You have most of the code, but the rest of the code is behind some heavy duty. You got 6, right?
Yeah.
Some heavy duty security measures. And we're talking, there's an alarm system, and you don't know what that alarm system is going to call, and you can try, and it's probably within your skill, but this is going to be risky. It's a bit like defusing a bomb when you're colorblind.
Oh, so it's a little bit like roulette.
Yeah, you know if you tug on one of the codes and unravel the whole thing, it'll come undone and you'll get your information. You also know that there's a couple of things that if you tug on it, nothing's going to happen. But there's one that's going to set off every alarm in the system.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, well. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, roll your die. -3.
6.
6. Okay. You would be telling me if you got glitches or critical glitches, correct?
Yes, I would tell you if I got critical glitches.
Making sure. All right, so yeah, you tug, and out pops the string, and the code opens up, and you get your last bit of data. You feel something go off, but when you tense, you realize that nothing's coming after you.
So, okay, nothing's coming after me?
Yeah, you tense for a second, you look around, and nothing happens. Something went off in the distance, you can tell it happened, but you don't know what's going on after that. But you have your information.
All right, let's put it into the implant.
Okay. So, you install the implant for Mr. X. You took Mr. X's info. He was the least secure. So you put Mr. X's info into your eye, and the eye shifts a little, and you now have a workable eye. The four of you walk through into the surgery room just as he finishes it up, and he's kind of leaning over, plugged into the safe. So what do you do?
Sneak up to him and tap him on the shoulder.
Okay.
Since he's plugged into the safe.
So you feel your eye shifting, and then suddenly, kind of a hoof finger just kind of taps you on the back of your shoulder. Out of nowhere, like.
Okay, so surprise, but I only know one hoofed-fingered person.
True. So that may save him from getting shot in the face. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you jerk out of it, and you...
Plus, I'm tapping him on the shoulder, not shooting him in the back.
True, but I know people who will punch others if they put their hands on their shoulders wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Yay, roleplay accordingly.
Okay, so have we opened this thing yet, or?
You haven't put your face down to it yet, no. Would
Okay.
you like to do that now?
Yes, we need to do that now.
All right. You lean forward before you even speak to your comrades. You place your face in front of it. The item goes ding. And
Hot Pockets, anybody?
and the door swings open, and inside is... Well, it looks like a tube with something frozen in it. And something's frozen in the stuff in the tube.
What is this gay-ass shit? I wanted money.
There's also a cred stick and a couple of other...
Well, I'm taking the cred stick right now before Jew gets to it.
and a couple of guns. They look to be Ingram smart guns.
Ooh, take those.
Okay.
Let's pass them out. Let's pass them out to everybody.
Wait. So we already had a vial of that unknown green goo I have stored. So now we have a. I'll take the frozen thing.
Okay.
Frozen.
So you take the frozen thing out. It doesn't look like a fetus or pretty much anything you would expect to be on ice. But it certainly is about an inch long and brownish black.
Well, do we have the tools in the office or the lab to run a test on it?
Is the inside of the safe really cold?
The inside of the safe has an area that is really cold, so it's like refrigerated, and the rest of it isn't. What did you say, Darstar?
I said, is there enough equipment in the room to run a test, a chemistry test on it?
Yeah, if you want to run a chemistry test on it, sure. You will get a +2 for using the available equipment. That is assuming that you can get a password to use the equipment, as it is all password protected. But
you know what? We have it. We have it now. We can just take it back with us, and yeah.
Well, we didn't see anybody. Okay, we don't seem to be. Well, I guess we can take it back, but it looks like being frozen. How far is it to wherever we can get this thing to be refrigerated again? Because I don't want this thing to like thaw out.
Well, I suppose we could always just,
everyone do a perception roll.
Visual.
Visual. Auditory if you have it, but visual is the most likely.
12. And okay, is it for fine detail?
No.
No. Okay, no penalty for fine detail.
0 hits.
All right.
You have no idea what's going on, but there's a cred stick in that man's hands.
Ooh. You mean there's a cred stick in my hands?
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
13.
4. I got 4 hits.
Okay. Waiting for everyone else. Otter, you get
I thought you
no
said-
hits.
I thought you said I failed to check.
You never fail a check for money.
Dan
You
says.
never fail a check for Nguyen, dude. Never.
Perfect. Can I try to intimidate the man out of his cred stick? Dean Nguyen.
It's Yi. Or not Yi, sorry. It's Kai. Do you really think Kai's going to be intimidated out of that cred stick?
I won't know until I try.
Yeah, come at me, bro, with a fucking intimidation check.
Okay, fine. Well, Otter, you got no successes. While the others are trying to roll their thing, you are going to try to intimidate Kai, and Kai is going to take a -6 for the fact that suddenly the Cyclops really wants to intimidate him. So roll your intimidation check, Kai. Take that modifier to your sensory check. John, how many did you get?
4.
4. Okay.
3
let's-
hits.
3 hits. Kai.
What's the check against intimidation?
Give me a sec. I was about to say that. Shadowrun. Against the threshold.
He's so quiet.
I'm trying to read real quick, 'cause
Okay.
John, what would this normally be?
What?
John, what would an intimidation check normally be?
Intimidation versus intimidation.
Yeah.
Alright. Pulling it up right here.
My cheat sheet is slightly messed up, so I'm making sure.
Tests are it's opposed by intimidation plus willpower.
Okay, so intimidation plus willpower, Kai. And I want this role played out. You realize that. So, Gary,
Yes.
what do you say to him to intimidate him?
Give me a moment since you just brought that up.
Successes will be added and subtracted according to how you guys respond to each other.
I'll start out by pointing at him and then making a motion of breaking him on my knee.
Well, Kai, you just had the Cyclops point at you and make that movement. How do you respond?
I'm going to pull the Barrett from across my back, point at it, and then point at him. And go,
Isn't he going to roll?
Yeah, he is going to roll,
rolled 11.
but I did want to hear what his reaction was.
All right.
What did you get, Kai?
11.
Yeah, Kai got 11.
All right. Well, is there any point in continuing this transaction?
Nope, probably not. You are now thoroughly intimidated and not sure why you did that in the first place. But there you go.
Fine. For now.
I'm sure for now. Yeah. Anyway, so
Okay, are we good?
we're good.
We're good.
Roll your perception check.
Okay. It's a 9.
Okay. So John, as that intimidation is going on, both you notice something is up in the surgery room. Kai, you haven't even finished staring off the Cyclops when you notice that there is a young lady, roughly 20-ish, standing up at the top. She's got a couple of cyber limbs and some pretty wild-looking hair.
Sorry.
And she's kind of cradling a gun and just watching you guys. The rest of you completely oblivious.
Do I notice what kind of gun she's carrying? Because that really turns me on.
It's a pretty expensive gun. It looks like it's actually not a make and model. It looks like it might be so modified that
I mean, with my skill points, I can determine exactly what modifications it is and probably who exactly made it.
it would probably be more specifically what isn't there and Ingram. This gun is so heavily modified, it's only Ingram in that it may have been an Ingram at its base.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super nice and expensive looking, and the woman knows, it looks like she knows how to use it.
So I still got my Barrett in my hand, right?
Oh yeah.
So I can turn and look at her.
Oh yeah, you turn and look at her. She kind of stares back at you and then shrugs. She turns and starts to walk out. Do me... No, don't actually do me. Give me a sec. Let's see. Do me a int and logic roll.
A what in logic roll? Intelligence logic roll?
No, intuition.
All right, 10.
The way she moves seems vaguely familiar, like you've seen the stride she uses before. But you can't quite put your finger on where. She's almost out the door.
Stop her. Hey, you.
The girl pauses and turns around.
What's
You
your
get
name?
a vague sense of a half-buried memory. Almost like deja vu. The rest of you have now noticed this young lady with the with the gun. And you ask, "What's your name?"
Yeah, what's your name?
She pauses for a second and eyes you. Cyber.
Okay, do I notice her ears at all?
Yeah, she's an elf.
She's solid elf. Okay.
She's got ears that look like an elf. Yep. It's not like they've been twisted either. There's no deformation. She's an elf as far as you can tell.
What brings you here?
Well, I'm on guard duty. You are intruding.
Nah, come on now. They brought me here.
Well,
I got a full-on invitation.
True. Those three, on the other hand, yeah.
All right. So we have a facility guard.
She's a facility guard, but she hasn't made any sudden movements towards you. No attack. In fact, she was leaving you alone.
That is not a standard facility guard.
Yeah. Has she called for backup?
Nope. Looks like she was just about to turn around and let you go.
Oh. Somebody else sneaking in?
Well, it was nice meeting you.
It was. You'll see me again. Later, da.
Did she say da?
Da. She says later, da.
Interesting.
Do me another logic intuition, oh darling, before we get into battle.
7.
Something about the way she moves and just the toss of her hair. You've seen it before. Anyway. She walks out, the door closes, and everywhere lights up with heat signatures.
From thermographic?
From thermographic.
Hey guys, I think
I
it's time
have
to get out of here.
thermographic and radar, so what am I seeing?
There's maybe 10 or 15 human to troll size shapes.
Wait, go ahead.
As for radar, they've formed a rough circle around you. They have possibly been blocking you until this moment, which would be some high-tech shenanigans.
Okay, you said there was a glass window.
Yeah, they're not on top. They're coming out of the walls.
Okay, so there's not a window and in the wall, it's just on the ceiling.
It's just on the ceiling. Yep. So think of it like an old surgery room is what you woke up in, where there would be observers on kind of a raised dais around the area.
So you're saying that it does not lead to the outside, it just leads to another level.
Just leads to another level.
Let's move away from this area and
Okay, I've got something kind of complex that I want to do.
Okay. Let's hear this.
I want to use some C4 and a sticky grenade using using a remote.
Using a remote.
Yes, with a remote detonator. I want to stick it to the ceiling, to the glass ceiling.
Okay. I will accept that, but how are you going to get it up there? Throw it.
It's a sticky.
Okay. So that would be explosive skill to rig, and then I'm going to say archery would be fun, but I don't think that's proper here.
Actually, I've got arrows that are meant to do that. Explosive arrows.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that would be. You'd still have to rig it to explode when you press the button, but otherwise, yeah, go for it. So explosives first.
All right, an 8 for explosives.
All right. And then archery.
Nine for archery.
All right. You managed to stick it where it needs to be. Okay, guys. he's just got his free action because you notice the lead up to battle. So you guys each get a free action. So
All right.
starting with John, what do you do?
Okay, so are they coming in? Any of them coming through the corridors to the surgery room?
Yes.
Ooh, goody. Since I get a free action now and another free action, I'm gonna hustle into the corridors.
Okay, so you're moving into the corridors, and yeah, there's 5 or 6 gentlemen who are walking along the corridor you just came through.
Does anybody need have an idea for uses of stun grenades? I can't use them, but you can right now.
Can they possibly be used as a sex toy?
Possibly, but right now that's not good.
Well, you asked for alternative uses.
You could always set a few stun. Where if you think somebody's going to come by, you could always set a few, to explode in a bit and then walk away.
My question is if anybody wants to use their free action in order to use them, is what I'm saying. Because I can't use them right now. I've got to use my free action.
I would be more than happy to acquire your grenades.
Okay.
If you go over for anything other than the grenade, I'm going to shoot you.
I will still be more than happy to acquire the grenades. After all, they must be worth something.
Maybe.
I walk over to get the grenades from Darstar.
Are we going to have a PvP round in the middle of combat? Seriously?
You want to have a PvP round?
I'd rather not.
No, okay,
Then
okay.
no.
All right, I won't.
All right, so let's see. So John snuck out into the corridor. Got it.
I'm just going charging out. Are they close together?
They are indeed very close together.
Ooh.
But your action was moving out into the hall. All right. How about you, Otter? What do you do?
Well, so we're about to get into a fight?
Yes.
Or you're either about to get into a fight or try to avoid it. One or the other.
Okay. What do you guys think I should do? Because I have no idea.
Well, I'm about to go up. If you don't want to go up, then stay where you are. But if you want to go up, you need to come with me, since, as far as I understand, your character is quite small.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that didn't answer my question. What should I do? You just give me options.
okay, well, there's a couple things. You could stay on the ground where you are surrounded, but you do have magic. You have spells.
Yeah.
And so you could perhaps prepare a stun ball that you would hold until the combatants come into the room and the round begins. You could.
I'll do that.
You want my suggestion? Cast increase reflexes on yourself this turn, so that you get additional turns when the combat rolls around.
Or you could do
Stun ball.
reflexes. Oh, okay.
Stun ball. Stun ball.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that for you. You take 2 drain, which I'm marking on my sheet, and you hold that stun ball. So the second anyone who's an enemy walks into the room, you're going to unleash the stun ball on them. So that's you. Gary, your turn.
The enemies are not yet in, so we're just trying to set traps.
Mm-hmm.
No, what traps are you going to set?
Can I roll perception for any kind of environmental based traps I could set?
Sure. Roll perception. I'll give you some ideas.
Alright.
There should be a shit ton of broken glass.
Oh God, what? Ah.
I got 2 hits.
All right, so they're coming out of the walls, which you assume means there are corridors, pretty much where they're converging on their targets, which means they will be coming out in a single file. So, if you set up those stun targets with just enough timer, you would be able to get all of them in blasts. How many stun targets did you give him? How many did he
give him?
Yeah.
I think I was carrying like 5.
Okay. So you could probably take out at least 2 or 3 from each of them and in a stun with the stun grenade. You're probably going to want to hang it, or not hang it, stick it, off to the side so that it'll catch them in the back and push them forward. Another thing you could do is there are electronic devices which no, that's not going to work. Hold on. You could also set it up so that at least one of the groups is going to probably stumble back onto some very sharp objects, as there are a number of surgical tools within the room, including but not limited to the all-in-one doctor's thing that does move all around the room.
I'm assuming that these doors being in part of like a lab, they're double doors.
Yes.
Now
you could also rig any one of the stun grenades to a wire, and as soon as it's pulled from a door, it explodes.
You could do that as well.
Yes, but it would most likely push them backwards rather than forwards.
It doesn't matter as long as there's like a lot of people in one area, then we can start taking them out individually, or at least a lot quicker as they're inside the door.
Well, that assumes they're coming out of a closet rather than another large room.
Where are they coming out of a closet? Never mind.
Well, not a closet, a hall.
Oh, my point is that they're not going to be coming in all at once in a large group. It's not logistically possible unless there's very few of them.
No, there are about 5 to each of the doors. There are 4 doors.
Okay.
In general, one of them has been covered by your Tauren ninja.
I will go ahead and set up stun grenades. I have 5 grenades to work with, so okay, I'll put 1 on each door, and I will put the 5th one in directly in between us and the door, and first one of the doors.
Okay, so
just one question before we go on. With the glass that's above us, and you said that it's that's like an observatory, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming there's like a half waist-high wall.
Yes.
Okay. We're good.
Okay. So, this is what happens. John, you get out into hall, 5 people come up on you, and they just immediately go into battle stance. Okay? That's door 1. Door 2, 3, and 4 open automatically. Otter is pointing towards door 4. He hits the stun as soon as the stun grenade goes off, meaning that double damage is done to that particular group. That knocks all of them down. They're still up, they're still fighting, but they're kind of just completely out of it. The other 2 stun grenades go off simultaneously, and catch the front few guards, leaving them kind of staggering, with 2 or 3 others rushing forward through the chaos. All right, what are you doing, Kai? Because I know you had a plan with that arrow. I have rolled initiative for each of you, just to make this go a little bit quicker.
I have an initiative of 11, so...
Yeah, I know. I've kept track. That's why I can roll now. So currently it is Kai, John, Gary, and Otter Jesus.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sprinkle in there the guards as I've rolled for them.
All
so,
right.
First off, Kai.
Yeah, we're gonna rappel up the wall into the second level of the observatory
Okay, up the wall he repels.
to take. Well, we're basically gonna try to get a position for like at least a small sniper position.
Got it. So you're up there, and you can again. There's glass walls in the way, but you're able to get up to the glass.
Okay.
All right. Next up, John. You have 5 people standing in front of you.
Well, fire 2 grenades at them.
Okay. Have you done that roll?
Nope, I'm going to do it right now. Roll
Okay.
1. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and the grenade itself deals. Weapons. Shit, it's. I'm gonna have to pull up the grenade info. Hold on.
Okay.
Right. I think it's They get it deals 12.
Okay.
They get an additional 2 to their armor.
Okay.
Any armor. And so since I got 5 hits, that's 17.
Okay.
No,
managed.
4 hits. It's 16.
Okay. You manage to you throw the 2 grenades, and a couple of them get blown back, and you see at least one. What?
And that was the first grenade. Second one incoming.
Okay, first grenade, you throw one, a couple of guards get blown back, and at least one person loses a limb. But it's kind of a glancing blow to the others.
16 damage, and they're... Yeah.
Is that the sound of the gentleman's agreement being broken? I believe it is.
All right. Well, there's the second grenade coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5 hits?
6 hits.
Okay. So another one gets blown apart, and there's a sound of scraping metal on metal, and an inhuman scream, and then nothing.
Okay, so...
And then the 3 remaining upright, or the 2 remaining upright and the third one, pull blades from somewhere, and they're on you. And they... How much armor do you have against blades?
Oh, against... this is... That would be impact?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put in... I'm rolling a cool 24 to soak.
Okay, rolling a cool 24. Sounds good. So each of them manages to do...
Hold on. Alright. Using the wizard's dice roller right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yep, 8. I soak 8.
You get 8 dice.
You have to soak.
All right. These things are strong. They managed to do 2 physical damage per each of them, so that's 6 altogether. They're fast, they're strong, and whatever their blades are made out of, it's powerful.
All right.
All right. Next up is Gary. Gary, what are you doing?
Well, my standard is running up to one and smacking them.
Okay. Run up and smack them.
I do so.
All right, roll to smack.
All right.
Hold on a second. You didn't even let me have my free action for the turn, which would have been to run back into the room.
Oh, okay. Run back into the room. That's fine.
But that would have been before they would have, since they came after. So I guess now they're in the room stabbing me.
Yes, I'm sorry. You move back into the room, they follow, and they attack.
Okay.
Rolls still stand.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So.
And I get 3 initiative passes.
So it's
I know you do.
strength plus weapon plus skill, right?
Yes.
6. 8, 20. All right, 19. I'll roll that.
Roll it.
9.
9. Okay. So you smack one of them, and there's 2 things you realize as your hand collides with them. The first is there's no give to this creature. Like, you've smacked plenty of flesh in your search for Nuyen, but this is not flesh. Whatever it is hard, and you kind of feel it reverberate through your arm as you smack it. The other thing you notice is that the creature does not flinch.
All right.
It does not flinch away. It just takes it full force, like it didn't even notice you were swinging at it. That could have possibly been, well, it's stunned, but as you watch it smash against the wall, you notice that it makes a dent in the cement.
Interesting. I will keep that in mind.
All right, Gary. 3 or 4 eyes swivel and turn on you, and you notice that the creatures, they're now focused on you. And they turn their guns and they start firing.
Shit.
So you're going to want to do a soak roll. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. Before you do that, you have a free action.
Run the fuck away?
Okay, so you're going to just turn tail and run?
How about getting cover?
Yes.
How about getting under cover, as they are aiming guns at you?
Run the fuck away undercover. Or behind.
Okay. You duck behind some boxes, and that's going to add, I'm going to say, 3 dice to your soak roll.
Alrighty.
Okay. So,
roll a 9. Then
roll your soak. Tell me what you get.
3.
Okay. So, for the most part, the cover does good, but you're you're a big cyclops, so you're not completely covered, and you get 2 physical worth of wounds. Because firearms were not the best choice for these creatures. So, going to you, Otter.
Yes.
You let a stun ball fly. What's your next move? Now, I would like to remind you, you do fight primarily with magic, okay? increased reflexes will give you
More moves.
more moves, yes, per round.
Okay. I'll use that.
All right. Okay, he gets 2 successes. It's 1 success gives improved reflexes. It doesn't improve with more, right, John?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh.
So you get one more move through, or one more successive round. Okay.
Yes, you need two. Two gives you an additional turn. 3 gives you two additional passes, and 4 gives you 3 additional passes.
Yeah, but it's not like he's gonna. Never mind.
The additional pass and yeah.
All right. So that's pass 1. Can I have everyone rolling? Can I have anyone who has 2 initiative passes call out?
All right. I have 3 initiative passes total.
Okay.
Otter has 2 now.
Do you have another one, Kai?
I've just got 1.
All right. Go for it, John.
All right. First action is to go charging up the wall. Gecko tape gloves and a massive climb check. So I have climbing 17 freehand with a specialty in freehand, and I have gecko tape gloves, which to help climb walls. So I'll just go charging right up the wall.
Okay, go for it.
And then I'll make 1 grenade attack against the 3, since they're close together. I think I accidentally rolled my initiative dice for attack.
Okay, reroll.
It doesn't. We'll just whatever.
Okay.
We'll just whatever. Okay. Okay, and applying -2 wound penalty, I get 3 hits for a total of, on top of the 12, 15 damage, and remember they get +2 armor if they have any armor.
All right.
15 damage, the remaining 3.
All right. Which grouping were you aiming at?
There was 3 of them that were chasing me on the ground.
That's the specific one you're aiming at?
But remember they were all very close to me.
Right.
So I'm just dropping them in. Yeah. Since they're all within like a meter of each other.
Yeah, no, I understand, but there are 3 standing groupings and 1 grouping on the ground, and I wanted to know if it was the grouping that was following you or any of the other ones.
That one.
Okay, so yeah, that does a lot more damage, and you see sparks fly as just bodies twist and the grenades explode.
Oh yeah.
Otter, what are you doing?
What are my offensive magic moves besides stun ball?
Well, you can. You don't really have anything besides stun ball.
Well, then how do I fight?
Remember, we were originally giving you stuff that would we gave you some weaponry.
Oh yeah. What do I have? I can't remember.
You have a shotgun, a super special shotgun.
I'll use the super special shotgun.
Right. So.
Can I shoot the people that I stunned, or did I not stun very many people?
Oh, you stunned about 5 of them.
Can I just
on
shoot
that
them?
one? You can. I will add that in. Give me a second.
Gonna slaughter some people. I ought or not, but I don't wanna.
So yeah, you have a Mossenberg AM CMDT,
Yay.
which you quick draw out because you do have that.
Mm-hmm.
You aim the laser sight at the head of the nearest creature and boom, blow its head away.
Yeah.
everyone do me a quick visual roll. Visual perception. Otter, you don't get anything because you're shooting the gun.
Alright.
Perception.
6.
10, 11.
Yeah.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8?
Yeah.
All right.
I got 1.
You got 1?
I got 8 out of 11 were good.
Mm-hmm. How many did you get, Kai?
Wait, did I get any bonuses for being elevated?
You do. You get 3, 4. 4. Give it 4.
Then 10.
10. All right. So, yeah, these things aren't human.
Wait a second. How come the shotgun, which isn't all that dangerous, is blowing them away like crazy, and the grenades are doing very little?
Because they're specifically designed to take grenades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that your character would know. Your character only knows that it's not doing anything. Shotguns have...
Well,
Shotguns to the head is the weak point on them.
okay.
So...
All right. Well, I already took out 5 with grenades, so...
Yeah. So yeah, these aren't human. These aren't even flesh. You don't know what these are, but it's metal. And wiring and bone and sinew. But it's...
So, Resident Evil, right?
What?
So Resident Evil, right?
No, Resident Evil is zombies.
No, the Resident Evil, the big evil monster thing was like part bionic, part zombie, part something else.
Yeah, but that is not what this is based on. But yes, if we have to compare, yes, it's just like that particular boss. I was thinking more Akira, but
They're all the same. It's in Japan.
true enough. So yeah, Otter manages to take out 1. Top of the round, re-rolled. It's now John, Kai, Otter, Gary.
I have 1 more IP.
Oh yeah, sorry. John, do your thing.
All right. 2 grenades at the ones who were... Okay, wait. Do I still have any? Yes, I still have... okay, I had 3 spent, so I spent... okay, 2 more grenades fired at the ones shooting at Gary.
Okay.
And I'll take 6 cookies.
Oh shit.
What? And I get no dice on one, which means it lands nearby, and one of them I get 4 hits on. 4 hits on, and then nothing.
So quick peek behind the curtain, guys. Instead of rolling individually for each one of them, I've given each group the highest of their... Basically, I count one as a group leader, and the group leader controls the rolls. This group leader has botched. Critically glitched here.
Okay, so... Well, I'm dropping. He just took 2. The group firing at Gary took 2 grenades to the face. One of them landed. Okay, the rolls on landing nearby. Since I have an airburst link, I think it's 1d6 meters nearby. Rolling 1 meter nearby to the group. Dealing 11 damage. The one that fucked up, and the one that hit. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So that's 15. No, that would be 16.
Okay, so here's how this happens. Okay, you throw one grenade and it lands in the middle, and they are so focused on shooting the person who just specced one of their,
Yeah.
teammates through the wall that they don't notice. And there's kind of a time delay, so the first one that blows up.
These are launched grenades from a grenade launcher, so it doesn't.
John. Dramatics over game system right now. Give me a sec. Okay. One blows up first. They stumble back right into the path of the other one, which explodes. But the one that exploded nearby actually blows up some of the computer hard drive.
Ooh.
Which basically causes a chain reaction that goes around destroying each of the monitors in turn. And taking down, most if not all of the bionic men.
Whoa.
So Kai, your turn. There are 3 bionic men currently up, and the rest have either been obliterated or blown apart.
Okay, so the ones that are left, are they the ones near Gary?
Yeah, they're the ones near Gary.
Okay. So we're gonna try to take a shot at one with the Barrett and with a high explosive round.
Okay.
All right, given it's a new turn, wouldn't it be my turn, since that was my previous initiative pass?
Shit, right. Yeah, okay, go ahead, John.
All right. You know what? Since there's 3 left and they're near Gary, I'm going to charge him with the axe. Let's see. I have... How many... Okay, I've got... 10 die. 10 die to hit. 2, and I charge them and make 2 attacks. One of them at 2 successes, which means 13 impact damage from axe to body, and the other one takes 4 successes for 15 impact damage.
Okay. Noted and noted. They get cut up pretty bad, but they're still standing. All right, Darth, your turn. You're taking a shot at the uninjured one or one of the 2 injured ones?
Which one is the most danger to Gary right now?
The uninjured one, which is pulling something out of a pocket.
Okay, so they're facing away from me because I'm away from Gary, so they're facing him.
Yep.
And not me.
Yep.
All right, let's roll. All right, 9 hits.
9 hits. Okay. You fill it full of holes. It's still standing, but you can see
one huge hole because it's just one shot.
Sorry. You shoot and it impacts, and there's a hole about the size of a fist in the chest area. But it's still standing. It does turn away from Gary, though.
Okay.
All right. John?
Wait. Never mind.
No, Darth, what were you going to say?
I was actually gauging damage. The dice pool for the Barrett anyway. I thought that was rolled for successes. I'm trying to figure out what's rolled damage and what's rolled as successful hit.
I've been taking over some of these rolls.
All right.
To streamline it. I have your dice pools written down for damage. So as long as you get successes, I add the successes and I roll.
All right.
I'm trying it out. We'll talk about it after game if this feels like it's a little weird. Okay.
All right.
But,
yeah.
For the moment, this is just to see how it's streamlining the experience. Okay.
All right. So yeah. So now who's after him?
But to answer your question, you got about 12 damage to this thing. All right. So next up is John. You've gone. Darkstar has gone. Gary, you're up. Or I'm sorry, Otter. Otter, you're up.
I was gonna say.
Are the creatures that I stunned still stunned, or
They're dead. They've been blown up by bad
Okay.
luck.
so? What other creatures are there still?
There are two injured creatures that have just been attacked by an axe-wielding Tauren, and then there is the one advancing towards Gary, who has stopped now that it has been shot in the chest by Darth.
Okay, can I kill one of the injured ones?
Go for it.
I'm gonna shoot it with a shotgun.
All right, so Otter moves forward. Otter aims at the head. Otter shoots. Otter only gets 2 damage, but manages to get a good chunk of that skull off. Blood, brain, and metal oozes out.
And it's still standing?
Yeah, but it's staggering around.
Alright.
Gary, your turn.
Alright, I think I might as well finish where I started.
Sounds about right.
Alright. Alright, rolling. Nine hits.
9 hits.
9 hits.
Okay. And let me roll that damage. The beautiful, beautiful damage.
Yes.
You're punching one, I take it?
Yes, I am punching one. As hard as I possibly can, where I feel it'd be squishiest, in their entirely metal, non-squishy body.
Well, you've noticed that the head seem to be a weak point. So you rear up as the creature is distracted momentarily by Darth, and you give a good hard slam, and your fist just kind of cracks the skull, and the skull cracks, and then your hand is just going through its head.
Neat.
And you're just standing there with blood and brains spattered all up your arm. Your metal arm, I might point out.
Interesting. I'm not sure how I was able to have a fist if my metal arm with the Nguyen stick melded in there, but okay.
Nguyen sticks are about the size of a quarter. Dude,
Okay.
in your palm, you can close your hand. It's just melted into your palm.
Okay.
Alright.
And finally, the last two manage to swing, but due to all their wound modifiers, they do nada to John. So, John, your second initiative.
Oh, okay. Time to party. I'm going to ask them something again.
Oh, God.
I had to say that.
God.
All right. Whoa. Okay.
What'd you get?
First one gets 3 hits on top, so it's 14 axe to the face. The second one got 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 1, 5, 6, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 18 axe to the face.
Okay, well, let me roll that damage.
Yeah.
Shit. Why'd I even bother? You slice them in half, and you manage to tap into your inner 3.5 barbarian with frickin' great cleave, and cleave them both in half at once.
Yep.
Cue death. Alright, that is the last of the creatures. So, roleplay appropriately.
Okay, what does Hovercat do?
Hovercat is hovering. He just kind of hovers over your shoulder and looks bemused like any cat would at the sight of deep slaughter and massacre. It lashes its spiked tail viciously.
Okay. Okay. Let's go look at the computers I destroyed.
They are thoroughly destroyed.
What do they look like though? Is there anything unusual about them?
No, I mean they're kind of outdated on their operating systems, maybe, but yeah, no, they're just computers. They're completely destroyed, and so you can't really type on them because they're twisted hulks of metal and plastic. But
Okay.
they used to be your run-of-the-mill like iPair products. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does anybody have any skills that would be useful in looking at the bodies of the cyborgs?
I don't know.
Why are we wanting to look at the bodies?
Why not?
Because they might have delicious food in them?
Yeah, maybe.
The bodies? I want to eat one of the bodies. I decide to eat one of the bodies.
Well, the only bits are sinew and brain. So
That's my favorite.
So you dip your hand into the sinew and brain, you pull it out and you eat it. Do me an edge roll, will you?
That's so edgy.
Yeah.
I don't have an edge roll.
Oh yeah, I have to do your edge rolls. Sorry.
Remember, I'm Baby Otter who don't do this kind of game.
Say that again?
Baby Otter needs a mama to do the rolling for him.
I don't even want to begin with that statement. Gonna go ahead and ignore it. Rolling, and you get 1 success, so nothing particularly bad happens. God damn it, Otter. You get all my luck, and then all my bad things happen to the characters I need to roll for. Alright, well. Fine.
I look at the guns they were carrying and the knives.
They're basic Ingram smart guns.
So
Nothing.
They equipped multi-million-dollar cyborgs with
crappy ass
handguns.
Handguns.
I need to do a perception check on the level that I'm at because I'm on a, like I said, a totally different level of the lab.
Okay. What are you doing a perception check for specifically?
Well, I really just need to know what exactly it is that is surrounding me, seeing as how I'm on a different, somewhat different floor.
True. Beyond, go ahead and do your perception roll.
All right, 5.
All right. Beyond the glass, there are, well, basically, there's an outer hallway, and it looks like this is kind of a cul-de-sac for this level, because nothing stretches out to your left. To your right, though, there's a door that looks almost normal, kind of like a conference room door would in a fancy smancy office building, not a laboratory. And it goes out into a hallway that's decorated with art. It looks like this particular door is connected to an upper level kind of basement area for an office building.
Let's go into the conference room.
You are behind a plate of glass.
Okay, I'm behind a plate of glass.
Yeah, there's a little ledge that you've been clinging to, but there is an actual glass area.
I've been clinging to this thing? I thought I was actually above the thing and onto the rail or onto the floor.
Okay, think about it this way. There's a 5-foot ledge that is inside the ring that someone could maybe walk around,
Okay.
but there's no way in from the other side of the glass. You have to ascend probably through a back room and come out on a door that clearly leads downwards.
Can't I just shoot the damn glass?
Or you could shoot the damn glass. Just go ahead.
All right, let's shoot it with the... Fuck it, shoot it with the damn Barrett.
Okay, glass shatters. Everyone do a dexterity.
Dexterity check.
Yep.
I sure am glad this wasn't safety glass.
7.
Safety glass of the future. Stab you in the eyeball.
It's just a...
Well, it is a multi-million-dollar complex, but, cut corners where you can.
I get a critical fuck up.
What is dexterity based off of?
A dexterity is an actual skill.
Oh.
It's an actual skill?
No, an actual front page attribute
Okay.
is what I would call it.
Ability, not dexterity.
Okay.
No, it's not.
No, it's not?
The sheer fact you let me use a Barrett with one hand is awesome.
Shut up. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck in New WOD mode. This will make much more sense when I actually play New WOD with you guys, but I meant reaction.
I'm like the goddamn Terminator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone roll reaction. Reaction always equals dexterity in my mind. This will make a whole lot more sense.
Okay.
1 hit, 4 misses.
I get 3 hits for reaction.
Okay. And Otter, you get 2 hits. So everyone hears ba-bong as the one-handed barrette goes off, and glass just kind of falls from the ceiling and shatters, and so there's now a sizable chunk of the glass that you could probably just step over the glass at this point. The rest of you know that there is a door with a whirring sound behind it that could probably get you up to his location just as quickly. You can see basically where the stairs wind around behind the door. Okay?
Yeah, okay. We use the door. I use the door.
Well, actually, I'm going to call it there.
Okay.
Because what's behind the door and making a whirring sound is for next week's game.
Okay.
All right. So, XP time. It is XP. Karma time. Who had the most drama this game?
Most drama.
Felt like Darkstar did because he had his own little thing going on at the beginning.
Or would it be with the hover cat?
Yeah.
Oh, what about Slaughter, who was so upset that all the animals were in cages?
Yeah, maybe Slaughter should get a karma. How about?
I think Gary, with the intimidation thing, that was pretty ballsy.
We could argue that everyone gets.
I would say Gary gets the most balls karma. So take one. Kai would definitely get the drama. Take one. Now, who did the funniest thing this session?
Oh.
That's a really hard one.
Me?
What about me when I ate one of the monsters?
That was
funny.
Not so sure that was funny though.
Funny, but funny weird.
That's like watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre and trying to laugh your ass off.
What, you didn't find that funny?
The end of that movie is stupid. They just run around. That's stupid. I hate that movie. Anyways, it's a bad movie.
I would say.
Go ahead.
I would say the funniest thing is actually I don't know. Is John with the hover cat, to be quite honest.
Okay. So add 1 karma for Hover Kitty.
Yeah, I'm clearly going to pick up the thing that's just meant as a background piece and add it to my collection of things I shouldn't be carrying around.
What? I
I would really hate to see like his sack in like, AD&D, like the contents of his inventory.
Yeah, just like
just drawn out in like AD&D. Like, here's the hovercat. Here's a heart that he rent or a hand that he just picked up.
here's a whole body. Here's a survival kit. All right.
It's like, yeah.
And finally, Otter, you just did the weirdest thing, so I'll give you that one. And I'm going to start giving individual karma points, so that we have a little bit more stuff. It's good role play, good interaction, willingness to go along with the story, willingness to make things interesting. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to keep the metric to myself just to make it a little less. Like you guys are trying to get karma. I'll be fair with it, but everyone's being judged by the same measure. So, for tonight, Otter, you get 3.
Woohoo!
Gary, you get 4.
Huzzah! Shekel!
Kai, you get 5. And John, you get 5.
On top of the 1 I already got from Hovercat.
On top of the ones I've already given you. Okay? Now, no spending karma this time through. Reminder that you are mid-thing, so developing random new skills, not quite likely. Okay?
I don't know about that. I just acquired the skill of using a full-size fucking Barrett with 1 hand.
No, you acquired the skill of ST doesn't know shit about guns, and so therefore will allow things like that.
Okay, to give you an idea of like what the Barrett is, you probably should look up YouTube, because that's a huge motherfucking gun.
It's big enough that if you try to fire it, most people, it'll just fall out of your hand.
Oh.
It's big enough to stop trucks.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to end this here. We'll have a bit of backside discussion about my changes to the flow. So thank you very much, everyone, and have a good day.
Okay.